थैंक यू सो मच अनीता जी। निस्वार्थ प्रेम की आपकी कविता और अनकंडीशनल लव की कहानी ने बहुत अच्छी रूपरेखा, एक आउटलाइन, एक फाउंडेशन मेरे टॉक के लिए ऑलरेडी एस्टैब्लिश कर दी है। ह्यूमैनिटी is such a vast topic that it is very difficult to talk about it in the assigned time of 30, 35 or 40 minutes. But still, we will try to understand ourselves as humans. Dear friends, just after this talk, I have been invited on a panel to speak on the ghastly and tragic murder that has happened 6 months ago of Shraddha Walker by Aftab. CNN News 18 ने मुझे इनवाइट किया है इस विषय पर बात करने के लिए। मानवता की बात करने से पहले, before we talk about humans, my mind is distracted towards inhumanity, being inhuman. And if we are able to make a contrast between what is inhuman, then maybe we will be able to better understand what is human. My dear friends, I invite all of you to interact with me on the chat and try to describe what according to you is inhuman. Inhuman behavior को chat में लिख के बताइए जरा मुझे। Did you get my question? What I want to ask you? Being insensitive, Mansi, yes. Being insensitive to others is being inhuman. Cruel behavior, krurta, cruel behavior. Insensitive, insensitive 3 बार आ गया word. Or not having kindness and sensibility. Rude, harsh, unkind. If we hurt someone, that is also inhuman. When we leave humanity, when we go away from humanity, when we lack empathy, when we are inconsiderate, when we are having selfish thoughts, behavior which is not socially accepted, unkind, lack of compassion, not able to understand others' needs, hurting someone physically, hurtful behavior, purposely doing just to trouble someone. Yes, all these describe what is inhuman, cruel, selfish, non-caring, painful, without pity, brutal. Yes. All these words describe what is inhuman. Now, can you reverse this and start describing what makes us human? अब जब हमने ह्यूमन समझ लिया, इनह्यूमन समझ लिया, तो अब समझते हैं कि what makes us human then? Good behavior, love, sympathy, empathy, being considerate, being kind, being sensitive, empathetic towards others. Yes. Helpful, behaving with empathy and care, caring, passionate, empathetic, kind, sensitive, helpful, soothing, love for others, feeling of care, love towards others, social, respect for others, to give everything with love and caring, giving, yes, good thinking, altruistic, respect and love. Are you getting a picture of social love and concern, polite, cooperative? Correct. My dear friends, are you getting a picture of what we mean by human now, being human now? So tell me something. What makes us human? ये सारी जितनी भी आपने मुझे डिस्क्राइब करके बताई, क्या ये क्वालिटीज हमें ह्यूमन बनाती है या और भी कोई ऐसी चीजें हैं जो हमें ह्यूमन बनाती है? Which differentiates us from other species inhabiting this earth? Moral values. Okay. What else? Understanding other person. Love, politeness. Rational behavior, intellect. Yes. Power of thinking what is right and what is wrong. Being able to follow ethics. Very good. Friends, we have also been bestowed with a different kind of body. हम लोगों का जेनेटिक स्ट्रक्चर, जीनोम, ह्यूमन जीनोम भी अलग है दूसरी स्पीसीज से. Also, we have been given a distinct anatomy and physiology and a different kind of a brain structure, which makes us different than other people inhabiting this planet. Being able to speak. So, the word human is derived from the Latin word humus, H-U-M-U-S, which stands for earth. So we are those who cannot fly in the sky. हमको पर नहीं दिए, ना ही हमको मछली की तरह fins दिए to swim. So we are actually bipedals. दो हमको पैर दिए हैं जिनसे हम धरती पर grounded रहते हैं. So we are people who literally walk on the earth. So not only the human qualities, but also the human body is different than others. But now the question is, let us say a child is born today. Does he become human just by the by the way he is born to a human species? क्योंकि वो हमारे घर में, इंसान के घर में पैदा हुआ, क्या इसलिए उसमें मानवता और इंसानियत ऑटोमेटिकली आ गई? पूनम जी कहती है नो. और कोई क्या कहता है? या ये जो ह्यूमन क्वालिटीज की अभी हमने बात की थी, ये बाद में आएंगी उस बच्चे के अंदर, अपब्रिंगिंग से आएंगी पूर्णिमा जी, बाय प्रैक्टिस आएंगी और संस्कारों से आएंगी, एनवायरमेंट से आएंगी, ऑब्जर्वेशन से आएंगी, जब वो दूसरों को देखेगा व्यवहार करते हुए. It is us who imbibe these qualities in our children. It comes slowly as he grows. So my dear friends, आप लोगों ने अभी सेल्फिशनेस जो है वो लिखी थी इनह्यूमन में. But you will be surprised to know that all of us, when we were born, we were selfish. क्योंकि जब इस धरती पर आए तो हमारा पहला उद्देश्य सिर्फ एक ही था, टू सर्वाइव. इतनी सी नन्ही सी जान धरती पर आ गई है. अब वो क्या करती है, आप लोग याद करो छोटे बच्चे को किसी, वो जब रोता है और उसको माँ दूध नहीं पिलाती तो वो इतना सा बच्चा गुस्से से बिरक जाता है. It demands all your attention, all your time. So it tells you, I'm the most important person around here. First take care of me. तुम भूखे रहो, मुझे इससे कोई परवाह नहीं है, मुझे पहले दूध पिलाओ. मैं गीला हो गया हूं, पहले मेरा नैपी चेंज करो. तो माँ क्या करती है? माँ भूखी प्यासी पहले उसको. आप देखना, आप बहुत 9 महीने आपने बच्चे को अपने वूम में रखा, उसके बाद 2-3 महीने और निकल गए पैदा होने के बाद, फिर एक दिन आपके हस्बैंड ने बोला चलो आज कहीं रेस्टोरेंट में चलते हैं. आप छोटे बच्चे को ढक ढका के उड़ा के करके रेस्टोरेंट में लेके गए. जैसे ही आपने वहां पे खाना शुरू करा, वैसे ही उसने पट्टी करनी. और ये 3 साल तक, 2-3 साल तक हमेशा चलता रहेगा. सो यू वंडर कि ये क्या हो रहा है. बट द चाइल्ड डिमांड्स योर अटेंशन एट दैट टाइम. उसको परवाह है क्या कि आप रेस्टोरेंट में इतने महीनों बाद आई हैं, कि आपको पहले खाना खाने दिया जाए. So we are all born with selfishness. Dear friends, the journey of being human is from being selfish to becoming unselfish. अपनी जीवन की परवाह करना हमको इनबॉर्न आता था, क्योंकि हम सरवाइव करने के लिए आए थे इस धरती पर दूसरों का जीवन भी मैटर करता है. ये हम धीरे धीरे सीखते हैं, अपनी परवरिश से सीखते हैं. So first my life matters, then your life matters, then human life matters, then all life matters. और फिर उसके बाद even things which do not have life matter. So आप देख रहे हैं कैसे कैसे एक्सपेंशन हो रहा है ह्यूमैनिटी का, कैसे कैसे एटीट्यूड में बदलाव आ रहा है, हमारे दृष्टिकोण में बदलाव आता जा रहा है. फ्रॉम सेल्फिश टू अनसेल्फिश. यस Padmavati ji, they test our patience. And not only when they are infants, even now, when they grow up, when they become teens. Yes, Chahat. So this is what is the journey of being human. Now let us see how will this actually happen. ये होगा कैसे? So first of all, let us try to see what are the components of having an attitude. Attitude mein there are 3 components. In most of our webinars, I have been drawing your attention to these 3 components. One is our ability to think. Second, our ability to feel. And third, our ability to act. But how does this action differ from the action of other species? Action तो दूसरे animals भी करते हैं, तो हमारा action उन animals के action से कैसे फर्क है? सबसे पहले इसको समझते हैं. Then we will go to understand how do we change this attitude. So let me share my screen with you. So first of all, we humans have been bestowed with distinct gifts. जैसे किसी ने बोला था अभी language. Then we have another gift of imagination, जो दूसरे animals के पास नहीं है. Third, we have a gift of responsibility, जिम्मेदारी का बोध. इसी तरह हम प्रकृति में रहते हैं, ये हम हैं और ये हमारी प्रकृति है, our environment which surrounds us. इस environment को हम अपने 5 senses द्वारा perceive करते हैं. We interact with the environment and we feel sensations, right? So first becomes then, the first step becomes perception. Now, after we have perceived something in the environment, the second thing that we want to do is we want to make sense of it, make meaning of it. And so it is said that humans are meaning-making animals. बाकी के एनिमल्स को मीनिंग मेकिंग नहीं आती, वो किसी चीज का मतलब नहीं निकालते फिरते, पर हम हर चीज का मतलब निकालते हैं, right? So this we can call it as interpretation of the senses of the environment using your senses. ठीक है? Now, after you make meaning, you also have a feeling attached to it. So there is a emotional response. ये तो आपने थिंकिंग कर ली और ये आपने करी फीलिंग. सो फर्स्ट हो गया सेंसिंग, सेकंड हो गया थिंकिंग, थर्ड हो गया फीलिंग. Now, after this emotional response, you want to act. You don't straight away act. You want to act. And so this is intending. You're intending. Aapka intention hai to act. And then it will progress to actually acting. Taking action. और दूसरे एनिमल्स क्या करते हैं? डायरेक्टली दे एक्ट. सामने हिरन आ गया तो शेर इतना सब नहीं करता, मीनिंग मेकिंग, इमोशनल रिस्पॉन्स, अमका फलाना धमाका, सीधा उसको शिकार करके और खींच के ले जाता है. डायरेक्टली दे एक्ट. पर हम लोग डायरेक्ट एक्शन नहीं करते. हम क्या करते? First we perceive, then we make meaning, then we have an emotional response to it, then we intend to act, and then we finally act. एक एग्जाम्पल लेके इसको समझें. So for example, अभी आप लोग घर से बाहर निकले और आपने देखा कि अभी तो उजाला था, अचानक बादल बादल आ गए और पूरा अंधेरा हो गया है. तो ये क्या हुआ? आपने देखा. So this is through the senses you have perceived the environment. अब आपने इसका मीनिंग बनाया. क्या मीनिंग बनाया? कि मौसम खराब हो रहा है, हो सकता है आंधी आने वाली, बारिश आने वाली. There might be a storm. So now what is the emotional response? I feel scared or I feel worried. And then what do I want to do? I immediately want to go to a safe place. That is my intention now. And then what do you finally do? You either go inside your home and cancel your program of going outside, or you go inside, bring an umbrella, or maybe you were going by a two-wheeler, you go and change and get your car keys. So now perception, आपने कुछ देखा, you made meaning of it, you had an emotional response, you wanted to act, and then you finally acted. Let us do this exercise. I'll give you a few more examples. And in your diary, you do this exercise by going through all the steps. For example, someone speaks loudly to you, किसी ने जोर से आपके साथ बात, so you are hearing someone speaking loudly to you, what will happen? Tell me the further 4 steps, what will happen? You will make meaning of it. What meaning will you ascribe to this? So you perceive through your sense that someone is speaking loudly to you. What is the next step? What is the meaning of someone speaking loudly to me? Why he or she was? हाँ, the person may be angry. ये हमने उस loud का meaning बना. फिर he is showing disapproval. He is dominating me. Something is wrong with this person. He is having a bad day. Why is she telling loudly? Is she angry? Oh, this is a rude person. अब next step क्या होगा? What is your emotional response? जब ये meaning आया तो आपके मन में? You feel disturbed, upset, feel bad, irritated, hurt. This is your emotional response. Now, what do you want to do? What is your intention? I might want to stay away from that person sometime. Ignore that person. Calm down that person. Clear the communication. I will better not talk to that person at that time. So this is what is now precursor of the action that you want to take. We'll try to find out some way to calm that person. We'll try to move on. और last में आप actual action क्या लोगे? Maybe you will move out from that place. Maybe you will tell that person, मैडम थोड़ा आराम से बात कीजिए, जरा बैठ के बात कर लेते हैं. You know, that will be the actual action that you will be taking. So did you understand how many steps we take to act as humans? Now let us look at the stages of action. Then you will realize what makes us human, what is the attitude of being human, and how this can be actually taught to children, adolescents, in our family, in our schools around us. So, my dear friends, the first kind of action is impulsive act. Acting impulsive. एनवायरमेंट में कोई स्टिमुलस हुआ और आपने तुरंत उसको रिएक्ट कर. इस इंपल्सिव एक्टिंग में क्या हुआ? फर्स्ट वाला परसेप्शन और लास्ट वाला एक्शन सीधा हो गया. बीच का कुछ भी जो भी हुआ वो बहुत क्विक. ठीक है? Impulsive actions. Can you give me some examples of impulsive actions? Can you remember your own impulsive actions in the last few days, 1 week? Then you acted impulsively. Speaking without listening to others. Or yes, yelling in response to another person's yelling. कोई चिल्ला रहे तो हम भी चिल्ला के चिल्ला क्यों रहे? That is impulsive. Or what else? Disconnected. Yes. Or losing one's own patience. This is an impulsive act. The second level of action is self-protective. Self-protective का मतलब क्या हुआ? व्हाट इज द इंटेंशन ओवर हियर? जो हमने अभी एक्शन से पहले इंटेंशन देखा था, वो इंटेंशन क्या है यहाँ पर? मैं खुद को किसी तरह बचा दूं. So for example, when you point out someone's mistake, they quickly say, yes, getting defensive. नहीं नहीं मैम, मैंने ये नहीं किया था. नहीं मैम, मेरा मतलब ये था. So self protective, protecting oneself. उस प्रोटेक्टिंग वन सेल्फ में हमारा और किसी चीज पे ध्यान नहीं है इस वक्त. हमारे सेल्फ प्रोटेक्टिंग एक्ट की वजह से किसी पे क्या इंपैक्ट हो, इससे हमें कोई मतलब नहीं. वी आर हैविंग द इंटेंशन टू प्रोटेक्ट आवरसेल्व्स. बच्चे ऐसा करते हैं कि नहीं करते? डू दे डू दिस? व्हेन यू वांट टू पॉइंट आउट, when you want to give them some feedback for their actions, they will quickly self-protect themselves. So what they will do? मान लो अगर बच्चे आपस में खेल रहे हैं और उन्होंने कोई चीज बिखेर दी, सो सेल्फ प्रोटेक्टिव एक्ट क्या करेंगे? तो सारा का सारा सोफे के नीचे घुसा देंगे, जिससे कि आपको पता ना चले. नंबर कम आ गए तो सेल्फ प्रोटेक्शन के लिए क्या करेंगे? आपको नहीं बताएंगे पेपर. they will not share because they are self protecting themselves. इसका इम्प्लीकेशन क्या होगा लॉन्ग टर्म में, इसके क्या कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस होंगे, इस पे अभी उनका ध्यान नहीं जा रहा है. राइट? सो कैन यू सी, जो मैंने अभी तक 2 स्टेजेस बताए हैं, वो सेल्फिशनेस में आ रहे हैं कि अनसेल्फिश में आ रहे हैं? अभी तक किस में? सेल्फिश में आ रहे हैं. अभी हम वी आर सेंटर्ड अराउंड आवरसेल्व्स. और हम ये दोनों एक्ट्स करते हैं कि नहीं करते? इम्पल्सिवली भी डू वी एक्ट और नॉट? एंड डू वी एक्ट इन अ सेल्फ प्रोटेक्टिव वे और नॉट? वी डू. अब तीसरा स्टेज एक्शन का आता है when we conform to others, when we conform to the rules and regulations, when we conform to what our teacher wants us to do, we conform to what our parents wants us to do. So being conformist, obedient, yes person. So for example, if there is an instruction given to you, yes, you'll follow it. Why you'll follow it? Because you want to make the other person happy. And in order to make the other person happy, you want to do whatever they are saying without applying your own thinking. So one of my clients recently, during the time of Diwali, his group of friends told him कि कल ना स्कूल में वो लेके आएंगे बम और बाथरूम में छुड़ाएंगे. So he didn't like this idea. But did he back out? No. Because मैं अगर नहीं मना कर दूंगा तो ये मुझे ग्रुप से निकाल देगा. So what should I be doing right now? I should conform. तो बाकी बच्चे तो बम छुड़ा के भाग गए और ये पकड़ा गया. And then the principal called his parents. So the principal said that, ये तो ऐसा बच्चा है नहीं. So they then said कि भाई तुम बताओ तुमने ऐसा क्यों किया? क्योंकि अगर मैं नहीं करता तो मेरे दोस्त मुझे कायर कहते. They would have said कि तू पिद्दी है. So that's why we conform. Got it? So these are the first 3 stages of action. Now the 4th stage comes, which takes us towards unselfish. हमने क्या बोला? जर्नी कौन सी है हमारी of being human? From selfishness to unselfishness. तो 4th stage आया conscientious. Conscientious का मतलब? Anybody? What do you mean by conscientious? Understanding the difference between right and wrong, or inner voice, अंतरात्मा की आवाज सुनना. तो जब हमारी अंतरात्मा की आवाज हम सुनने लगते हैं, then we are now cultivating the attitude of being human. Now we know that though I am tempted to do this, मेरा मन तो कर रहा है ये करने का, but this is not right, and so I will not do it. That is conscientious. And then comes autonomy, fifth stage. Autonomy matlab when we are able to self-govern ourselves, regulate ourselves, when we are able to say no to temptations, when we are able to sacrifice our own needs, when we are in full charge of our own behavior, we can do what we wish to do, what is right at that moment. And last stage is integrated, when we have integrated our needs with the needs of others. तो हम integrated वाली stage पे जब आते हैं, तो हम कहते हैं अगर मेरे पास एक रोटी है तो मैं उसको भी बांट कर खा सकता हूँ. So there is an award-winning picture in which there is a destitute जो खुद मांग के खा रहे थे, और जब एक कुत्ता वहां पर आ गया तो उन्होंने जो मांगा हुआ खाना था उसमें से भी थोड़ा खाना कुत्ते को दे. When we achieve integration, now we have come from selfishness to unselfishness. Now we have cultivated the essential attitude of being human. Are you all there with me, dear friends? Till here? Great. So now, in conjunction with the NEP, we have made projects on each value, where we just don't want to lecture about these values to the students. We want to give them some tasks, some activities, where they actually do something in order to inculcate this learning. So, for humanity, I have prepared 5 activities. You may note down और बाद में फिर आपको mail आएगा सारे activities का. The first activity which the teachers will help the students to do is making a human robot. Human robot मतलब उनको हमको ये instruction देना है कि आपको एक robot तो बनाना है, but with human qualities. तो आप उस रोबोट में क्या क्या डालोगे जिससे वो most closer to being a human हो जाए. So what they can do, they can take a drawing sheet, they can cut out a robot, and then they can put slips or qualities of being human into it. ये है तो रोबोट, पर हमने इसमें इतनी ह्यूमन क्वालिटीज डाल दी हैं कि हो सकता है ये बिल्कुल ह्यूमंस की तरह एक्ट करने लगे. So they stick kindness, compassion, love, affection, all these things in the human robot. That is making a human robot. Then the next one is change a typical day. So I'm going to read out what the research is saying about a typical day. So, a very famous paragraph if today is a typical day on planet Earth, humans will add 15 million tons of carbon to the atmosphere. On a typical day on Earth, पूरे वर्ल्ड के जो मनुष्य हैं वो मिलकर 15 मिलियन टन तो कार्बन ऐड कर देंगे एटमॉस्फेयर में. Destroy 115 square miles of tropical rainforest. They will create 72 square miles of desert. They will eliminate between 40 to 100 species. रोज हम इतने species को destroy कर रहे हैं. Erode 71 million tons of topsoil. Add 27 tons of carbon dioxide to the atmosphere and increase their population by 22 crores, 2,63,000 every day. So we will give this paragraph to the students and we will ask them to discuss in their group how can they contribute to change this typical day. What are the things that they can do to change this typical day? This is the second activity that they are going to do. Third activity is building a care circle. In this, they are going to write certain things which they care for. Those statements hoga, I care for animals. I care for pollution. I care for my environment. I care for plants. I care for water. I care for this. I care for that. वो सब I care for के statements बना के लेके आएंगे and then you will help them to make a circle. वो कागज उनके हाथ में है जिसपे वो I care for के statements लेके आएंगे and then you will make a circle with all these students and then each student will say I care for this. तो आप बताएंगे इस सर्कल में बर्ड्स हैव ऑलरेडी कम, इस सर्कल में प्लांट्स भी आ गए, इस सर्कल में वाटर भी आ गया, इस सर्कल में ये भी आ गया. सो इफ वी कैन मेक सच अ सर्कल ऑफ केयरिंग ह्यूमंस, तो देखो पूरी पृथ्वी इस सर्कल के अंदर आ जाएगी एंड वी विल नॉट बी अब्यूजिंग इट बट वी विल बी टेकिंग केयर ऑफ इट. सो दिस इज बिल्डिंग अ केयर सर्कल. Fourth activity is a role play where the nature talks. Nature talks means आप हर एक को एक एक नेचर का रोल असाइन कर देंगे. So there will be one river, there will be one mountain, there will be one tree, there will be one fruit, there will be sky, there will be earth, there will be animal, ऐसे करके. And they are all requesting the humans to be humans. So the river will say, you are a human. I respect you. Please don't wash your clothes in me. Please don't use soap in me. The mountains will say, please don't do this to me. The trees will say, don't do this to me. So now they are talking in this role play to humans. And they're saying that if you want to be humans, don't do this to us. Right? So this is a nature talk role play. And the fifth one is, we have to create a device. तो बच्चों को गैजेट्स और डिवाइस से बड़ा अट्रैक्शन है, तो हम इस एक्टिविटी में we are asking them to create a device जो उनको बार बार रिमाइंड करे to be human. So for example, if they talk rudely to their own mother, the device will remind them, be human, talk politely to your mother. So if they are doing, they are wasting water, so the device will say, be human, close the tap. So this is a device which helps you to be human. अभी तक के devices क्या है, हमको inhumanity की तरफ ले जा रहे हैं, selfishness की तरफ ले जा रहे हैं. हमको एक device ऐसा चाहिए जो हमको ह्यूमैनिटी की तरफ ले जाए, मानवता की तरफ ले जाए, जो हमको ह्यूमन बनाने में हमको मदद करे. तो सारे बच्चों को मिलकर आप ये प्रोजेक्ट दीजिए, 5 प्रोजेक्ट्स उनसे करवाइए, हमारे हेमवचूस पोर्टल पे सबमिट करवाइए, become eligible for awards in the Hemotsav 2023, participate enthusiastically and inculcate humanity in yourselves and your children. Thank you so much.